We're not talking about the fact that actually the UK has like a skilled labor shortage. This is what we assume. We assume like, oh, the average person doesn't make a lot of money. Yeah, because the average person is not fucking talented. Guess what? Like we have like, no, but seriously, and it's not necessarily from this generation. It's from older generations. You had people that could work as retail workers, for example, in a shop for like 40, 50 years, knowing that at the end of that, their career, they have a cushy state pension to look forward to. No one told them that the consistency of that is obviously dependent on whether we're having enough kids, whether there's enough young people that are just as productive to be able to provide you with that lifestyle. It's contingent on a lot of things. Like you didn't really have that many people being like, oh yeah, okay, if you had access to like, you know, grammar schools or whatever, you could become a doctor or whatever. That's fine. But we really have a skilled labor shortage in this country that no one is addressing. This is why Rishi Sunak was like, oh yeah, make all sixth formers study maths. It sounded ridiculous, but it's actually to address a fundamental problem. We're not as gifted like generations above us as like a lot of Chinese workers, for example, who are very dynamic, who are very like, you know, they don't have to have 20 degrees from Oxford to be more productive than British people. Americans, for example, are far more productive than we are for the same hours of work worked. It's not necessarily just sitting behind a computer. We're looking at the ultimate, like, this is why I don't believe, like, you know, just because you sit behind a computer, you work, or you get like 2 days of holiday a year, you're more productive. That's not how it works. This is why the Italians and the French take so many holidays, and yet the economies haven't crumbled. The Italians, their debt to GDP ratio is about 140% of their actual GDP, and yet they can borrow cheaper than we can in Britain. And yet we've had one of the lowest debt to GDP ratios in the G7 for decades. It's not